How's it going, everyone? This is Tom. Today I've got a very exciting video for you. As I'm sure many of you are aware, the Galaxy S4 has just been released pretty much worldwide now. So I thought that we would do a quick Samsung Galaxy S4 versus iPhone 5 gaming comparison and kind of just speed test kind of sort of thing. The Samsung Galaxy S4 clips were all provided by Dave over at the Gadget Book, so definitely check out his channel. He has a fantastic tech channel here on YouTube. I will link his Samsung Galaxy S4 unboxing, so you can go and check that out and maybe subscribe to him. The first game that we're demoing here is Asphalt 7. This is quite a highly intensive, highly graphical racing game for both iOS and Android. Obviously, you're going to need a game that is available for both platforms to draw a valid comparison. And to be honest, you'll find that with both of these phones, they run these games pretty well. And that's the kind of limit that we've hit with smartphones now, is that any phone which can't is pretty much rubbish. So you'll basically see that detail and definition is all very good. However, with the Samsung Galaxy S4, it does have a 1080p display, which apparently looks a whole lot better than the iPhone 5s. So let's check a little look at the iPhone 5 gaming also on Asphalt 7. So over on the iPhone 5, you'll see that the story is more or less the same. The game looks crisp, it runs very smoothly without lag or kind of just jumping, drop frames and things like that. It all performs well, and you'd expect that with two very high-end smartphones like these two. Obviously, the Samsung Galaxy S4, I'm not 100% what the variation we're testing here. It might be an octa-core version or a quad-core, so it is a hell of a lot more powerful than the iPhone 5. I'm also going to do a Geekbench comparison at the end of this video, so stay tuned for that. And it does perform better, the S4, you would assume that it would anyway. However, the iPhone 5 is definitely no slouch when it comes to gaming and manages games like Asphalt 7 with no problem whatsoever. Next up we have Riptide GP. This is a go-to game that I use for testing device gaming performance, due to the fact that it's just kind of very high quality. The rendering, there's a lot of rendering that needs to go on with this game. As you can see, you get kind of splashes on your screen. It's all very 3D. There's lots of detail in the background, so it's a good representation of how devices like this will perform in all-round circumstances. The S4 again performs no problem. It doesn't seem to lag or anything. Again, I've reiterated that you won't really experience much lag or stuttering on games like this with the Galaxy S4 or the iPhone 5. Let's switch over to the iPhone now and check out how it performs. Back on the iPhone now, and as I'm sure you guessed, yes, it is performing perfectly fine with Riptide GP. Now, this has to do with the optimization that Apple use on their operating system compared to Android. iOS famously doesn't need as much power to drive it as Android does. However, credit where credit is due, Samsung and Apple have both done a fantastic job with gaming optimization on their devices. So I thought that we would just do a quick Geekbench comparison to give you an overview of the benchmarks, and let's jump into that. Okay, so we'll start with the iPhone, as I'm sure you'll be a little bit shocked about how underperformed the iPhone does against the S4. So the iPhone scores 1,657, which is a respectable score, especially as the fact this is running a dual-core processor. This is Apple's A6 processor, I believe. Not 100% on that, I need to check up. However, the S4, if we just flick to that now, clocks an absolutely humongous score of 3,201, which is almost double. That's absolutely incredible. So a very powerful phone. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Definitely check out Dave's channel. That link will be down below in the description. If you did, leave a comment on what phone you'll be getting out of these two, and I'll catch you all in the next one.